Alrighty guys, welcome. Here we go. This is your host, Tiny Jester. We're going to play some APBA hockey and give it another whirl here. Try it out. I've got things set up and ready to go. So, we tried playing Stratomatic the other day. There's a lot to like about that game, but certainly just management of the cards and everything, kind of an issue. You have to have a lot of space to have all the cards out. It's not really a good way to shuffle them in. One good thing about APBA, right? Is one good thing about APBA. Where's my camera? Here it is. So you can take these little sheets, card holder sheets, and just cut them up. And you can put them out for your lines. Not only that, but you can put in 2 lines on one thing. So if I need to change lines, all I have to do is flip it over, boom, boom, and I'm done. So you don't have a whole bunch of sheets out there. I've got a listed line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, and then of course their forechecking capabilities. And so here we go. It's going to be Washington at Tampa Bay. This is game 1 of the playoffs from 2017. Winner goes on to the Stanley Cup. And there we go. Let's see. So, things we have. So, we have our score sheet over here. Right? It's all filled out, ready to go. So, I can keep track of information. There's some sheets that I created. Basically, what I did was I took the information from the main book, right? And created my own sheets for, so I'm not flipping through this huge book all the time. So I have the most important ones that you're going to use all the time. It's your forechecking chart or your shot result chart, your goalies chart, your rebound chart, your tip chart, your shorthanded and man advantage charts, and obviously the little things here, which give you your ODAI adjustments, assist charts, your face-off charts, and your wide shot charts. Alrighty, so here we go. I know you can't see it, but I do have a dice tower down here, right there. And I don't think you're going to be able to see any of the dice rolls because there's just not enough room to put everything out here. Because you still need a bazillion, you need a lot of room. But this is really, I love this. Being able to just, oh, it's going to the second line, boom, just like that. Back and forth. So it's going to be Ovechkin, Backstrom, and Oshie against Miller, Point, and Kucherov. Orlov and Carlson on the back end, and Stroman and Hedman on the back end. Goalies, Brayton Holtby for Washington, Andrei Vasilevsky for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Let's get things underway. Face-off. So Backstrom is a 3. Point is a 3, so it's an even Steven roll of 4. Home right defense. Oh, one thing we didn't get was our puck. Home right defense. So that's going to be Hedman. So Hedman's going to get a roll on his card. There's no time adjustment. So timing in APBA is 30 seconds per play. Anytime you see an X result on a play, it means take a time thing off. So there's 40 segments in a period, 30 seconds a thing. So 30 seconds goes into 20 minutes, 40 times. So here we go. So Victor Hedman is going to roll, and he is going to roll a 36. 36 is a 33. We're going to do forechecking too. 33 is going to be coincidental penalty at 2 minutes on a 2-8 or a neutral zone faceoff. So right off the bat, there might be some penalties here. As 2-8, it's going to be 2-minute penalties, and that's an 11. So that is just going to be a neutral zone faceoff with an X. So we're going to mark off a time segment, and we're going to have another faceoff. And here we go. So that is a 3 this time on the face-off chart. 3 even up is the home left defense. That's Stroman. So let's see what Stroman can do this time. 6, 7, 8. I'm sorry, it's not an 8. That's a 62. 62 is an 8. Ooh, 8. 8 is going to be a shot on goal if the forechecking is 11 or higher. Otherwise, it's a wide shot. So what we do is you look at your your forecheckers, Miller, Point, and Kucherov, and see if they're an 11 or higher. They are an 11 or higher. So Anton Stroman is going to get a shot on goal. His shot range is only a 12, though. He needs a 12 or less. That is a 22. So we go on the normal save chart of Brayton Holtby. So it's a shot on goal and a save. So Holtby, I'm going to try and... it was Stroman that got the shot. Right, Stroman. Shot on goal, Stroman. And in this case, saved by Holtby. There should really be more room for saves. Really should be more room for saves. They give me this little tiny box for save shot on goals. Oh well. So Holtby. Yeah, I guess we could just add that up at the end because it's going to equal whatever the shot on goal. So Stroman takes a shot. He's going to be in a normal save. The normal save is a 1-1 on Holtby 11, which is a 1. That's going to be saved. It's going to be picked up by the left defenseman. That's Orlov, and another time segment comes off, which would be 1 minute. So normally you would be taking lines and stuff, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to double shift everyone. So, you know, that way I'm not changing lines every 2 seconds, right? So just keep that in mind. So in normal, it would, you know, 2 plays, you'd be changing lines, 2 plays, changing lines. This is way too much time. So I'm going to do basically 4 plays and then change lines, which would be 2 minutes of actual game time. But yes. There's Dave Gardner in the chat. This is what you needed, buddy. I don't know if you didn't have this card or whatever, but this gives you all the breakdown of all the different plays. There's your physical play that you were having problems with. Right there. So I came across that card. I said, oh, I got to show Dave that. I'm not sure if you can look that up. So it's going to be Orlov with the play. Let's see what Orlov gets. He got a 14, which is a 30. 30 is an icing and a defensive zone face-off and a time sequence. So after 3, I'm going to change lines because that sounds like a good time to do it. And so look at this, Dave, right? You got these, just take the plastic card holders, right? And I put the lines in, and I've got the ODAI ratings for them. And now all I have to do to switch lines is just flip it over to line 2. And then flip this over to line 2. And flip this over to line 2. And flip this over to line 2. And there we go. Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. I love these little sleeves. Love them. Definitely gives APBA a nice advantage. So we got the Verana, Kuznetsov, and Wilson, Korn, Stamkos, and Yanni Gord. Stamkos is a 3. Kuznetsov is a 2. So +1 to the Lightning's face-off. We rolled a 5. +1 is going to be disadvantaged right wing. So it's going to go to Wilson. So Wilson gets it. And away we go. It rolls a 36, which is a 35. And that's going to give him a 2-minute penalty. And we're going to mark a time sequence off. Time sequence off. And Wilson is going in the box for a 2-minute penalty. Uh-oh. I scanned all these little cards in, Dave. I scanned these into my computer at work. If you want, I can send you a copy. It has the wide shot, the assist chart, the ODAI, the face-offs, and of course your little cheat sheet helper one there. If you want, I can send that to you. All right, so 2-minute penalty. I don't have that in my... I'm assuming... I'm not even sure if they actually have penalty rolls in this game. I don't think they actually have a penalty chart. I think it's just a 2-minute penalty and You don't roll to see what kind of penalty it is. I don't remember seeing one now that I think about it. Nope, I think it's just a 2-minute penalty. So it's 2-minute penalty for Wilson. And that's going to be a penalty. And we're going to call that at the 2-minute mark. Penalty, Tom Wilson. 2 minutes. And the time was... it's going to be a 2-minute mark of the first period. So I got my little stat sheet over here. Tom Wilson is going in the box for 2 minutes. So they're going to put out third line. And Tampa's going to come back with their first line again. Why not? Okie dokie. Here we go for a 2-minute penalty. So I've got to mark that down as line changes there. So I know we got the penalty coming up. So it's going to be face-off rating of 1, face-off rating of 3. So +2 and +2 and it's going to be in the defensive zone face-off. Defensive zone face-off. All right, here we go. That is a 9er. And +2 advantage is the... Oh, it's going to be a reroll because it went to the centerman. There is no centerman out there, so 8. 8 is advantage right defenseman, so it's going to go to Victor Hedman. And we're going on the offensive defensive zone chart because it was a penalty. So you get a slight bonus there. 41 and Hedman. 41 is a 15. Offense wins. All right, so it's going to be a pass attempt and an automatic assist shot. So what we have to do is see who he passes it to. Hedman is going to try and make a good pass, and it's going to go to 4, which is the second highest shot frequency. I think, is it shot frequency? Let me just double check that. Oh, there is a power. There is right. Yeah. Their man advantage chart. I got that. I got the man advantage chart. It's still the same result. You're right, but it's still the same result. So what I'm looking for is it's the second highest shot frequency. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. All right, so shot frequency 11, 0, 16, 21, 28. So second highest would be Braden Point. So Hedman's trying to slide a pass over to Point for a shot on goal. He needs to roll his assist rating or less. That is a 35. They rolled a 66. So no goal there, or no shot on goal. And the puck just goes to Braden Point. And we mark a time sequence off. And we will... actually, that is not a time sequence. Sorry, that is not a time sequence. Not yet. So Braden Point has it. What is he going to do with it? 31 is a 3 on the man advantage is a shot on goal. So Braden Point with a shot on goal, his shot range is 24. Now there is adjustment for this. Washington's penalty kill is a 0. Tampa Bay's is a +1. So they get a +1. And then they're going to +2 because of the man advantage. So it's a +3 to his shot range. So his shot range is a 24. Would make him a 27. He rolled a 56. So that will be a normal save. 53. Hopefully 53. And he rolled a 6. That's going to be saved and smothered for a defensive zone face-off. Now I'll mark the time off. So that's one play off on the power play. I've only had 30 seconds of time. They'll just leave their guys out there and go again. Face-off. It's going to be 3 versus a 1 is a +2. So that is a 5 in the +2 column is disadvantaged right wing. So Stevenson's going to win the face-off. Let's see what happens to the shorthanded team. 21 is a 31. Shorthanded 31. And they're going to pass it unless the here's Dave's favorite play. 31. A pass, physical, 8, intercepted center. What does that mean, Dave? What does that mean? Does anybody know? So it means he's going to try and pass it to another player unless the physicalness of the forecheckers is 8 or higher. So what you do is you look at their forechecking, and that is an 11. So it is 8 or higher, so it's going to be intercepted by the centerman, Braden Point. No time off. So Braden Point steals the puck. And they got a 42. 42 is a 5. 5 is a shot on goal again for Braden Point. Shot range 24, 27. They rolled a 41, so it's going to be another save by Holtby. 54 is a 3, and that's going to be picked up by the center. Picked up by the center. There is no center, though, so I think you have to roll again. 32 is a 26, and that's going to go to save and a shot on goal by opponents. Second, you know what? I'm going to check that because let's just see what happens. If the goalie rating is out of range, or if it goes to a player that's not on the ice. Okay, if the position listed is not occupied at the time, then the goalie instead holds on the puck for a face-off. Well, good thing I checked it, or I would have screwed them over. So that is another time sequence. So a minute off the power play, and we go back to a face-off. Here we go. Face-off 7 is advantage right wing. So that's going to go to Kucherov. Kucherov, 66 is a 1. That's going to be a shot on goal. Kucherov is a 23. Ha, damn. Rolled a 65. So on Holtby, 22 is a 2. That's going to be picked up by the right defenseman and a time sequence. And a time sequence. So one more play in this power play. And that is a 65. That is a 35, shorthanded. Oh, and it's a penalty. Another penalty, right as, because, yeah, it's going to, the other penalty is going to expire just as a new one is called because it's a time sequence, which ends that. And so now we got a new penalty, and this is going to go in Orpik. So this is Brooks Orpik. 2 minutes. And this would be the 1, 2, 3, 4 minute mark. 4 minute mark. So Orpik is out. They'll bring their number 1s back in. And they're going to bring their 4th liners in to kill off this penalty. And for Tampa Bay, they're going to bring in their 2nd line and their 2nd defensive pair. All right, so here we go. Another power play for the Lightning. Got a couple shots on goal, but just couldn't bury them. Let's see if they can do any better. Face-off. That is a 10. Disadvantage left wing, so Tampa Bay keeps losing the face. Actually, that's a plus. Yeah, it's a +2. Okay, so it does go to Burakovsky. So that's Burakovsky, Beagle, and Smith-Pelly, Killorn, Stamkos, and Yanni Gourde. All right, here we go. So Burakovsky, 55. This is probably pretty good. He rolls a 1 shorthanded. He's going to get a shot on goal. A shorthanded shot on goal. Shorthanded, he is a 24. 24. He rolls a 43, so it's going to be a save by Vasilevsky. 36 is a 33. So that was Burakovsky with the shot on goal. And I forgot to give Braden Point his 2 shots. So let me give him there. So 3 shots on goal for Tampa. First shot for Washington. 36, and Vasilevsky, 36 is a 33. 33 is going to be a save. Shot on goal, opponent right defenseman. So he gets a save, and the rebound is going to go to the right defenseman for his shot on goal. A rebound shot here. 64. That's going to be another save. Vasilevsky. That's Carlson with the shot. And Vasilevsky rolled a 42. That is a 4. That's going to be picked up by the left wing in the time sequence. So that's the first time sequence of, and it was all Washington there, shorthanded. And so Killorn has it. That is a 43. Killorn 43 is a 29. Intercepted by the left defenseman. And a time sequence. So a minute gone on the power play. Killorn has it. 42 is a 21, and it's intercepted by the left wing, but there's no time sequence. Left wing is Killorn. He rolls a 52, and a 52... Is 52 a matchup? I think 52 is a matchup. I think 52 is a matchup. Isn't 52 a matchup, or is it 53 is a matchup? What number is the matchup? 53. Oh, okay. 53 are matchups, not 52. Sorry. So it's a 52 on Killorn, and that is a 27. 27 is intercepted by the center. But I believe if that position is not in, what do you do? What happens? Good question, my friends. Intercept. Roll the dice again for the player. Okay, so we're going to roll again for Killorn because it can't go to the centerman because there is no centerman. So it's a 12 this time. That's a 25. That's intercepted by the right defenseman. So it's just as bad. It goes to Carlson, another time sequence. So one more time in this power play, and it's over. Good Lord. Tampa's got nothing. Uh-oh, 66. That's going to be a shot on goal by Carlson. He's a 14. Yep, rolled a 56. So it's going to be another save by Vasilevsky. 42 and a 4, and that's going to go to the left wing, and that's going to be another time sequence. So time is up. And that was Carlson that took the shot. So Carlson's got a couple shots. Burakowski's got one. Point's got a couple. And Stroman's got a couple. So now, after all is said and done, all those penalties, they're going to switch over. And Tampa's going to bring in their third line. Oh, right. I can't be just changing lines anymore. Right. I can't just do that in this game. Right. If you've got possession of the puck, you have to dump it in to make a change. Right. I forgot about that. We'll start doing that from now on. Right. I almost forgot. So, yeah, you can't just, if you've got the possession of the puck, you can't just, oh, I'm going to change lines. You have to dump the puck in. There's a whole process you got to use for that. All right. So we'll start doing that. So Kunitz will have the possession. Of course, you don't have to do that if there's a time sequence or anything. But in this case, the puck went to the left wing, and so play was continuing. You can't just willy-nilly change lines. Go Bruins! RJL is waiting for his payoff pitch stuff. Dave's playing Stratomatic right now. I love hockey myself, but APBA looks confusing. I did play Stratomatic copy, and I actually did like that system for that. Dave Gardner says there's way too much going on. That's really not that much, to be honest. I mean, once you understand the what you're doing, it's not that hard. Very simple, actually. But it does take a little while to know what you're doing, play a few games. So Kunitz has it. I mean, you're rolling, you're looking at a number, you're finding a number in a chart. It's not that confusing. You roll the 33, so you look at 33. 33 is a 1. 1 is going to be a shot on goal. And we have an OADR adjustment of 1, so it's going to go to a 2, which is still a shot on goal. So Kunitz is going to take a shot. His range is a 25, so you roll the dice. If you roll 25 or less, it's on goal. He rolled a 24. So it's up to Vasilevskiy or Holtby to make a save. Kunitz with the shot. Kunitz, where's his line? There he is. Kunitz with the shot. Holtby needs to make the save or it's a goal. Oops. He rolls a 26. Holtby, 26 is a 24, and that is a goal. A goal. I'm going to circle it so I know. That's going to be a goal by Kunitz. Woo-hoo-hoo. And we have the first goal of the game. Now let's get the assists here. So the assist rating is for Tampa Bay. It's 1.71. So we roll on this to see. 42, 1.71, and 11 to 54 would be 2 assists. We roll the 42, so it's going to be 2 assists. Roll the dice to see which column to use. We're going to use column 6, which is highest to lowest assist range. So look at the assist range. So the highest is Sergeyev, 31. So we roll for him first. We roll a 31 or less? Yes, we rolled a 14. So he's got the first assist. And we roll for the next highest one, which is a 26. It's Tyler Johnson. We roll a 26 or less? No. So we go to the next guy. It is a 23, Callahan. Did we roll 23 or less? Yes, we did. So it's going to be Kunitz. Assist is going to go to Sergeyev. And Callahan. And the time is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30. 6:30. And you don't have to, there's a chart you can use to kind of alter back and forth. Once you get the hang of it. So now is a good time for a line change. The third liners come in and get a goal. So Tampa's going to come back with, let's see, they're going to come back with their second line, first pair. And Tampa's going to come back with their fourth liner, second pair. All right, face-off of 2, face-off of 2, so it's an even-up face-off. Yeah, I think this is one of these games you play a few, and you're gonna start getting the flow down. Of course, you know I don't play this all the time. What I'm really doing is I'm playing this, and then I'm gonna play the same exact game with my matchup hockey with Tampa Bay and Washington, and kind of see and compare how things flow and everything. So I don't play this all the time. I think it's a decent game, decent system. It does take a little bit of time to get used to what you're doing, what to do, what to look at, and blah, blah, blah. So obviously flipping through the charts is a pain in the butt. That's why I went through today and made charts out of all of the main charts out of the book, so I don't have to flip through the book as much. All right, so here we go. So face-off is an 8. And it's going to be the visitor center, so Kuznetsov is going to get it for Washington. So we're just simply rolling to find out what happens. 35 is a 3. That will be adjusted by 11 and 6 is 17. And there is no adjustment on that, so it'll stay a 3. 3 is a possible tip-in. Oh, we're going to the tip-in chart. So there's a chart for tip-in. First thing we got to do is find out who got the tip in. So we roll a 6-sided dice and we roll the 5. The 5 says player with the second highest I rating. So the second highest I rating, he's an 8, he's a 6, he's a 4, he's a 4, and that will be it. So it's going to be Wilson, who is an 8, is going to try and get the tip in. So he's an 8, so now we got to roll on the chart to see what happens. Does he get the tip? Does he not get the tip? Or whatever. I rolled a 6. So it's going to be a tip in with a shot rating of +4. So Wilson is going to get his stick on it. And shot range goes up by 4. So 22 is going to go to a 26. So 26 or less. So get it on 35. It's going to be a save by Vasilevsky. That was Wilson taking the shot there. Let me, before I forget. Vasilevsky rolled a 33. That is a 1, and that's going to be picked up by the left defenseman and a time sequence. So McDonough has it. And he rolled a 52. That's a 27. 27 is intercepted by the centerman, Kuznetsov. And a time. Tick, tick. What happens with his 63? 16. 16 is intercepted. Let's see. These can be adjusted by the... let's see. 11 is 6 is 17. Yeah, no adjustment. So 16 will stay as 16. That's going to be intercepted by the left wing. And an X. So Palat steals it away. Third time sequence gone. We're at 16 of them already. Remember, we only have 40, so we're almost halfway through. And now we rolled a 23. That is a 7. 10 plus 7 is 17. No adjustment, so it'll stay as 7. That's going to be a shot on goal and a possibility of a block. So it's going to be Orlov and Carlson, 1 and a 2. So they have a 3 block. You add the 2 from the column, that gives them a total of 5. So we roll the dice. If it's a 5 or less, they blocked it. If it's a 6, it's going to be a shot on goal. It's a 2, so it's going to be blocked. There is a chart that you can roll on. But basically, let's see, he's a 1, he's a 2. So I'll roll the dice. It's a 5, so it's going to be Carlson with the block. Let's see, I'm sure there's block shots on here somewhere, isn't there? On my chart here. I think there is. Face ups. Oh, block shots. So that would be a block shot by Washington with the block shot. There we go. So what happens after the block? Who gets the puck? That's a great question. I'm sure something simple. Oh, and it just says left defenseman gets possession of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it to whoever has higher. And that's Carlson was higher, so I'll give it to Carlson. Gets possession of the puck. And was that was not a tie sequence? No, it was not. Okay. 41 is a 15. No adjustment on that, so it'll stay at 15. It's going to be a pass to the right defenseman. Well, that's I guess himself. 32. 26. Going to be intercepted by the left wing. And that's going to be a time sequence. So that's 4 plays. So it's time to change lines. So the way you do line changes, Tampa Bay has possession of the puck. They're going to dump it in. They roll a dice to find out who gets possession of it. In this case, it's a 5, which is going to be Don Carlson. Because the defensive man gets possession of the puck, we're going to have a puck battle in the corner here. All right. So we need our little chart here. Our little dump and chase chart. I'm going to set that right there so I can have it in front of me. All right, so it's going to be the right defenseman, so we got to roll to see who's coming in on him, and it's a 4, which is the left wing. So it's Carlson versus Miller. And we're looking at the corners, the C rating. So the C rating is 9 for Miller. Carlson is a 7. So Miller takes the puck away from Carlson. Now he's going to try and slide it out to is won by the chasing forward. Then a pass is made to the highest shot frequency. So the highest shot frequency is going to be 21 by point, 28 by Kucherov. It's going to be Kucherov in the slot. So he is the right wing. We got to roll to see who's opposing the right wing. In this case, it is a 1, which is the left wing. Kucherov in the slot, which is the I. He's a 7. And it was who? The left wing. Verana. He's an I of 5. So 7 versus 5. Kucherov wins that. So basically, Tampa Bay dumps it in. Carlson goes back to get it. And in comes Miller. Comes on the ice. Skates in there. Scrums with him. Gets the puck away from him. Slides it out to this guy in the slot, which is Kucherov. He fights over with Verana to see if he gets a shot, and he does. And it's a shot and goal with the +1 to his shot rating. His shot rating is a 23, so we'll make it a 24. 56. So all that, and Kucherov missed the he got the shot off. Kucherov with the shot. Saved by Holtby, and a 12 is a 25. I can move this back out of the way now. 25 is a save, and a shot and goal by the opponent. Highest shot frequency, unless the defenders can clear the puck first. So the defenders, in this case, Orlov and Carlson, they have a clearing of 4 and 3 is 7. You roll 2 dice. You add them together. You subtract what their clear rating is. If it's a 0 or less, they clear the puck out, and it's a whatever the result is. In this case, it was a defensive zone faceoff. If they don't, then you get the shot on goal by whoever it was the highest shot frequency. So we're seeing if Orlov and Carlson can clear this rebound out of there. It's a 5. Minus 7 is minus 2, so it's 0 or less. So they clear it out of there. And then there's a defensive zone face-off and another time sequence. Almost at the halfway point of the first period. All right. So as defensive zone face-off, we can use our defensive zone chart now. Where's our defensive zone? Here it is, defensive zone chart. And point is a 3. Consensus is a 2, so +1 to the Lightning, and that is a 9. +1 and a 9 goes to advantage center. So point wins it, and he's going to get the chart, our little offensive defensive zone face-off chart. 34, and 34 is a 31 pass to any player, unless the physicality of the defenders is 14. In that case, it's going to be intercepted by the left wing. All the opposing players on the ice. Okay, so they have a 17, so yes, it's going to be intercepted by the left wing. There you go, and a time sequence. These guys have been on for 2 plays. 25. So Washington hasn't changed lines yet, right? So they finally got the possession of the puck, so now they're going to dump it in and change lines. So let's dump the puck in. That's a 3. This one goes to the right wing. That's Kucherov. And now they can change lines, and there's no battle as you only have the corner battle when it goes to a defensive player. All right, so Kucherov gets it, and it's a 43. 43 is a 29. Oops, I get my little chart all the way. 29 is intercepted by the left defenseman, Nissikin, and another time sequence. And Nissikin has it. 34 is a 31. And physical is 19. So it's going to be intercepted by the left defenseman. And now Washington is going to, or Tampa Bay is going to dump it in again because, okay, it goes to the Connolly, and now they're going to change lines. So Connolly gets it, and that is a 65. It's 29 again. Intercepted by the left defenseman. That's McDonough. Another time sequence. McDonough, 41, is a 24, intercepted by the left defenseman. Jeez, a lot of interceptions going on here. And now they're going to dump it in. And, oops, it's going to go to Girardi. So we're going to have us a little battle in the corner again. And they're going to bring in, they're going to bring in the number 1 line again. All right. So it's Girardi here. Girardi. Bring up my little chart here. All right, so it went to the right defenseman, and who's going to be opposing him? It's going to be the right wing, so that's Oshie. In the corner, he's an 11. Girardi is a 9. So Oshie's going to win the battle. He's going to try and get into the slot to the highest shot frequency. That's going to be obviously Ovechkin. So who's going to oppose the left wing? It's going to be 4, which is the right wing. That's Yanni Gourde. So Ovechkin in the slot is a 9. Yanni Gourde is a 9. And, oh, yes, I did forget. Right. It's not an automatic thing. You just compare the numbers and then you roll on the chart. I'm like, wait a minute. I know I'm doing something wrong here. Where is that damn chart? Matchup control chart. No. No, maybe that's just... Maybe that's just on the matchups. Maybe I am right. So Ovechkin is a 9. Gord in the slot is a 6. So Ovechkin's going to win that, and he's going to get his shot on goal +1. His shot range is 23. Make that a 20. Oops. Drop that dice. 24, 35. It's going to be a save by Vasilevsky. Shot by Ovechkin. That's his second. And the 45 for Vasilevsky is a 6. Pull the chart all the way. 6 is going to be saved and smothered for a defensive zone faceoff. And that's good because that is the 24th time sequence. Now we can get everyone back on normal play here. I'm going to bring the third line in again since they did so well and scored that goal. And we're going to bring in the third defensive pair as well. They're going to bring in Connolly, Ehlers, and Stevenson. And Nissikin and Orpik. All right. Let me check up on the chat and get a drink here. All right. Here we go. Away we go. And it is face-off time. Right. 2, 3. So Washington with the +1. That's an 8 and a +1 is disadvantage left wing. So that's going to be Kunitz with the puck. 31. That is a 6. An adjustment of 15. That's going to be a 0, actually. Sorry, I was looking on the wrong column. That is a 0, so no adjustment. 8 and 7. 15. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, okay, that's a 15. So no adjustment. So the 31 is 6, stays as 6, which is going to be shot on goal unless they can block it. Block of 1, block of 2, which is 3, plus 1 is 4. It's got to be a 1 through 4 for them to block it. It is. And who's going to block it? And it's going to be the higher. So it's going to be Orpik. It doesn't really matter. I'm just keeping track of block shots. I'm not keeping track of who blocks them. So it's going to be a block. And the puck is going to go to Orpik. And that is not a time sequence. 15 for Orpik is an 11. That can be adjusted. 8 and 4, though, is 12. That's a -1. 15, when you roll, 15 is an 11, so it's going to take it down to a 10. Not that it matters because it's the same result. It's going to be a pass and possible assist. So Orpik is going to try and pass it to the highest shot frequency. That is going to be Lyles Eller. He's trying to pass it to Lyles Eller. His assist rating is a 22. 22 or less is an 11. So Ehlers gets a shot on goal. So it's up to Vasilevsky to save this. So great pass from Orpik. Ehlers, it's an automatic shot as he gets a good pass rating, which he did. And now it's a 42 on Vasilevsky. 42 is a 4, and that is going to be a save. And picked up by the left defenseman. So big save there off of Eller. Lyles Eller. And a time sequence. Got to remember to do that, or we're never going to end the period. So Kunitz has it. He rolls a 12. That's a 25. Intercepted by the right defenseman and a time sequence. 25 is an 11, and that will be a same thing. Orpik's going to try and do the same thing. Who's he going to go to? is going to go the second high. Let me check that. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but five. We rolled a 5, so that is going to be the third highest shot frequency. So third highest shot frequency, 12, 12, 21, and 6. So it'd be a tie between these 12. So you always use the forward instead. So he's going to try and pass it to Brett Connolly. Connolly, again, his assist rating is a 22, 32. So it just passes to him. But no shot on goal. Orpik can't make the great pass. 24 for Connolly, and that was not a time sequence. It is a 9. It's going to be a block shot. Block shot. Right off the bat, just block shot. I think you go to the... block shots. Yeah, it just says block shot goes to the left defenseman, but I'm going to give it to whoever has a higher block rating. In this case, it's Braden Coburn. Yeah. And that, again, is not a time sequence. So, couple plays going on here. 32. 26. That's left wing, intercepts it, Brett Connolly, and that is a time sequence. And that is a 32. That is a 26. So guess what? That's going to be intercepted by the left wing and a time sequence. So that's 4 plays. So the Lightning are going to dump it in so they can change lines. Oh no. It goes to the left defenseman. That's Niskanen. And they're going to bring in Stamkos line and the McDonald line. Now I need my little chart here for this. So the left defenseman, it's a 2, so it's a right wing. It's Yanni Gourde. In the corner, he is an 8. Niskanen is a 12, so Niskanen wins it. So no possession changes. If the ITCB is won by the defenseman, then the possession change occurs and no X occurs. Okay, so they dump it in. They change their line, but they can't steal the puck away. And now Washington has it, and they're going to dump it in and do the same thing and change their line. And this time it goes to the left wing Killorn, so there's no battle. It's just a simple line change. All right, and changing on the fly, I don't think is a time sequence unless it says X. So it all happens. Ooh, 55. This could be good. It is a 1. That's going to be a shot. That is going to be a shot on goal. Now, they have a 19, which is going to add 1. So it's going to make a 2, which is still a shot on goal. So a shot on goal by Killorn. He is a 21, 62. So saved by Hobie. And a 56 is a, ooh, it's a 34. This could be interesting. 34 is a save and a goal knocked off the moorings for a defensive zone faceoff X. So there is an X finally after the players made all the changes. But these players just came on the ice, so we're going to just leave them out there. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5:30 left in the first period. 1-0 in favor of the Lightning. All right, so face-off 3 and 3, so it's even up. We rolled a 7-8. And that is a visitor center is going to win the puck. Backstrom's going to get it. And he rolled a 46. That's a 41. 41 is a possible bench minor. Possible bench minor, and yeah, I gotta look at this one real quick because I think with this one, each team is ready for its roll both dice. If the result is less than or equal to the bench minor of the opposing team, then a bench minor has been called. If not, roll again and check versus the bench minor rating of the other team. All right. So that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. So it came off of Backstrom's card. So you roll on for Tampa Bay first. Tampa Bay's bench minor is a 12. And rolled a 32. So it's not a bench minor. And for Washington, it's a 14. And we rolled a 45. So neither one of those happened. So it is a neutral zone face-off on a 10 to 12. Otherwise, it'll be a rare play. And that's a 40. That's a 4 or 5, 6. So 6. So 2 to 10 would be a X. So it's a neutral zone face-off. Another time sequence. And these guys they've been on the ice. Well, they've been on the ice for a minute, even though it's only been 2 plays. Let's just change out the lines here. All right. So line 2 against line 1 here. Kuznetsov faced off 2. Point is a 3. So +1 for Tampa. That's an 11. +1 and 11 is advantage right defenseman. That's Victor Hedman. Hedman's got it. What's he going to do with it? 46. 41. And there we go again. Same result we just had. 41. So we're going to check the bench minor. This time it's on Washington verse. They're 14. Nope, 33. Now for Tampa, they're at 12. 33. And now 2 to 10, it's a neutral zone faceoff. Otherwise, it's a rare play. And that is a 1 and 2 is a 3. So that is going to be a X and a neutral zone faceoff. So another neutral zone faceoff. 2 and 3. So +1 for the Lightning. 6. Advantage left defenseman. So that's Anton Strowman. And he's got a 51. 51 is a 6. That is a 17, so that's going to add 1, so it's going to go to a 7. They need to block it. It's a 1, and a 2 is a 3 plus 2, so they need 1 to 5. It's a block. It is a block. It's a block shot. Again, I just want to check something really quickly here. Oh, there is a block shot chart. Let's start using that. That is a 7 on the block. So puck smothered by shot blocker for defensive zone faceoff. So it's going to be in the Washington end and another time sequence. This has been very, and so it's like 4 in a row. It's been a play stoppage. All right, so here we go. Another faceoff. 3 versus 2. Lightning +1. That's an 8 again. That's disadvantage, left wing. That's Jacob Verana. Verana with it, 43. 29. That's intercepted by the left defenseman. And a time sequence. Coming up on 3 minutes and 50 seconds left. Strowman. 64 is a 23. That's going to be intercepted by the right wing and an X. 51 is a 5, and that is a 19. That's going to be a +1, so it takes it up to a 6. So they're going to get a chance at a block. 1 and 1 +1 is 3. 1 to 3, it's a block. It's a 6. They don't get it. So Wilson's going to get it on goal. It's a 22. 64, it's going to be a save. Vasilevsky with the big save. What kind of save is it? It is a 53. That is a 6. Save and smothered for a defensive zone faceoff. And that's good. So there is 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. They're going to come back with their third line, third pair. Tampa is going to put out their fourth line. They haven't seen much action yet. And their second pair. All right. So it's the Connolly, Ehlers, Stevenson line versus Plot, Cirelli, and Conacher. Face-off 2, face-off 3, Eller +1. 7 +1 is advantage right wing. So Stevenson's going to get it. And he rolled a 66. That is going to be a 1. It can be adjusted. +1 is still a shot on goal by Stevenson. He's a 26. 55. Oh, what a time to roll the 55. So a save by Vasilevsky. Oh, and I've been forgetting to, Stevenson had a shot. I think somebody else had a shot I forgot about. Damn it. I'm not doing a very good job. That's why. So 62 in the save is a 5, and it's going to be picked up by the right wing and the time sequence. Damn, I got to remember to get the shots. Otherwise, I'd have to go back and look at this. I don't know. I probably missed a whole bunch. Damn. I know he's had a shot. I think McDonough had a shot. Orpik had a pass over to... all right, we'll just add a couple shots here because I know I missed him. All right, here we go. So Conacher, I'm going to try and remember to do that. 16 Conacher, 16:35. Uh-oh. Penalty, 2 minutes. Oh, nilly. And a time sequence. Which leaves us with 150 or 130 to go. So that is Conacher, Corey, two minutes at the 1830 mark. 1830 mark. 2 minute penalty. And they're going to bring back out their third line. And their first pair. And that's going to leave Washington with their number 1 line. And their number 1 pair. And we're going to the power play. Backstrom 3. Johnson. No, Johnson's not in there. It's going to be a +3 for Backstrom. Ooh, this is not good. That is a 10. +3 is... oh, it's going to be a re-roll because there is no disadvantage center. Too bad. And another 10. We're going to re-roll it again. A 9 this time. Advantage right defenseman. So power play for the Capitals here with 1:50 to go in the first period. 25... oops. I think it was on Carlson. 25 is a 2. And no ODAI on the power play. So they get +2 for the man advantage. And their power play is a +1. Tampa Bay's penalty kill is a +1. So it's cancel out. So no advantage there. So they get a +2. So who's taking it? Carlson? Shot 14 +2 is a 16. And he rolled a 41, so it's going to be a stave by Vasilevsky. 64 is a 5, and it's going to be picked up by the right wing. And a time sequence, 1 minute to go in the first period. 1 minute to go in the first period. Oh, 33. That'll be a 1. That's going to be a shot and goal. Callahan's a 13. He rolled a double one. It's on goal. Holtby needs to make a save. I want to make sure I wrote this down. That is, who is this? Callahan. With his second shot, Holtby needs to make the save. And 46. That is a 42, and that is a goal! Short-handed goal by Callahan. Holy cow. Callahan. And now we got to see what kind of assist there's going to be. 43 is 2 assists. What kind of assists? 5. So first player we're going to roll for is the... let's just put this up here so I can see it. So Callahan... And this is going to be a short-handed goal. And that was with 30 seconds left, so at the 19:30 mark. And so we look for right defenseman first. That's Hedman. His assist is a 35. We rolled a 33, so by Hedman. And then we look at the left wing, which is Kunitz. His assist is a 23. Nope. Look at the center, which is Tyler Johnson. Rolled a 66. Nope. Look at the right wing, he scored. And we look at the left defenseman, that's Stroman. 16. And that will be his assist is 22, so it's going to be Stroman. So it's Callahan shorthanded from Hedman and Stroman at the 19:30 mark. And Tampa Bay is up 2-0 with just one play left. One play left in the first period. One play left in the first period. So it's going to go to face-off. Still 3-2. I'm sorry, 3-0 because he's not out there, right? And they have a 0 and he has a 0. So 6, 7, 8. There's a +3 advantage, right wing. So Oshie, can you do something here with just less than 30 seconds to go? 41. That is a 24 on the power play and intercepted by the left defenseman Stroman. And an X, which means there's a time sequence, and that is going to do it for the first period. So Washington and Tampa Bay. So in the first period, Washington with 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 shots in goal. Probably I missed a couple there. Tampa with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 shots on goal. And score, Washington with 0 and Tampa Bay with 2. And there is still a 30 seconds, 30 seconds left in the penalty to Konachar. And we go back to the start of the second now. Whew, what do you guys think? A lot going on, but, like I said, I do like my hockey games with a little bit of meat to them. But you can see, designing hockey games is not the easiest thing in the world. That's all I have to say about that. All right. Let's, should we keep going? Should we keep going for a little bit? Maybe play we'll play the first period and half of the second, and the next time we'll get together, we'll do the other half. All right? So, starting off, let's see here. All right, everything's good. So, power play for one more play. And it's a 6. Backstrom with a 3. Miller with a 3, so no advantage. And we rolled a 6. So visitor right wing. So Kucherov is going to get it. Come on, Kuch. Let's get a shorthanded goal. 64. It's a 3. 3. Shot on goal FP. That is the... What is that one called? That was the something. Let's see. Shot on goal FP. What is that one? Shot on goal FP. I'm not sure what that one is, to be honest. What does the FP stand for? Shot on goal FP. It's the only one that has an FP on it. Make sure I copied that out of the rule book correctly. Maybe I mistyped it, but let's just make sure. We need the power play. Yeah, shot and goal FP. Okay. It's probably under the penalties section then. Maybe it's got something to do with the... Huh. Shot and goal FP. What am I missing? Where am I missing it? I read these rules last night and I also read them today. But I don't remember ever seeing a shot and goal FP.
Me out to the ball.
Oh. Yeah, but we're playing hockey, so that doesn't help. Oh, here it is. Play result 3 is a shot and goal FP, which counts as a shot and goal only when the forward, left wing, center, or right wing is playing the point. Okay, so that's only a shot and goal if the other team has got a forward on the point, which you can have a forward on the point in the power play. Otherwise, it's a neutral zone face-off. Okay. Yes, got it. Got it. That makes sense. FP, forward at the point. So it's just going to result in a neutral zone face-off, and that is going to end the power play. And since we got a nice face-off, yeah, we'll just leave these lines out there. Backstrom is 3. Point is 3. That's a 6 for even. Visitor, right wing. It's going to be TJ Oshie. What can TJ do with it? 63. 25. That's going to be intercepted by the right defenseman and a time sequence. Duke. Victor Hedman. 66 is a 1. That could be adjusted, but it's 19. So it takes it to a 2, but that is still a shot on goal by Victor Hedman. He is a 15. 52. So I'm going to write this down. Hedman now with the shot. I'm going to remember this time. Hedman with the... right. Hedman with the shot, but it's going to be saved by Holtby. 61 is going to be a 22. Save picked up by opponent's left wing. But no shot, unfortunately. But it does result in a time sequence. Uh-oh, 55 by Miller. That is a 1 again. That's going to be another shot. It's going to go to a 2, which is still a shot on goal, though. Shot range of 25. 35. Another save by Holtby. 26 by Holtby is a 24. That's going to be a save and a shot. And if their defenders cannot clear the puck, clear again. 4 and a 3 is 7. We rolled a double 1, so it's 2 minus 7 is minus 5, so it's 0 or less. So they cleared out. And that is a defensive zone face-off. 4 and a time sequence. So that was a nice 2 minutes. Flip, flip. Flip. Ooh, flip, flip. If you guys haven't watched my matchup hockey game, you should definitely check these out. I really like how it's progressing. I just decided that take a little bit of a break, play something, get my mind off of the creation process. Here we are. Defensive zone face-off here. Alrighty. Here we go. Face-off. 2 and a 3. I looked at the wrong number. So +1 for the Lightning. We rolled a 5. Disadvantage right wing. So Lightning keep losing the face-off. That's really not helpful. And that is a 16 for Wilson. And that is a 36 on the defense win chart. 36. Uh-oh. Could be a fight here. 2 to 8 is a fight. 9 to 12 is a FO. Face-off? Doesn't say what kind of face-off. It just says face-off. So, fight on a 2 to 8. And we rolled a 6. So we got to fight. Oh, Nilly, stop everything. Stop everything. As we've got to fight. So now we got to figure out what the hell to do, because I've never actually had a fight yet. All right, the player whose card was resulted sent in the penalty box for 5 minutes for fighting an opponent can be found. To find an opponent, look at the major rating for the opposing player on the ice at the time and find the highest rated one. Roll the dice for this player and combine them. If the dice roll is equal to or less than the major, he gets a 5-minute pager as well. If not, find the second highest, blah, blah, blah. So, Tom Wilson fights, let's see, major. 0, 11, 0, 11, 12, and 12. So, not a lot of high ratings. We'll go with Yanni Gord's 12. We got to roll a 12 or less. Oh, we rolled a 13. Really? We got to roll a 12 or less? We could be here all fucking day. Find an opponent, look at the major rating, and roll the dice for this player and combine them. If the dice roll is equal to or less. If not, find the second highest and roll the dice. Continue this way until a player is assessed or until you run out of players on the ice. If no opposing player is assessed, there is no fighting major, and the player receives a 2-minute minor. Oh my gosh. All right, so we maybe don't have a fight. So that was a 12. We'll go to Stamkos, who's at 12. 62. Killorn is an 11. We rolled a 16. We'll go to Girardi, who's an 11. 36. And McDonough is a 0, so can obviously roll for him. So it's not a fight, actually. If there is no fighting major and the player receives a 2-minute minor, There also may be a coincidental penalty. Follow the procedure under coincidental penalties. Coincidental. The highest min rating. Roll for the player. Combine them. Right. Alright, so you do the same thing for the min penalties. Let's see, who's the highest? It's going to be, well, they're all 15, so we'll just start with Killorn. 15, nope. Stamkos, 15. 16, close. Gord, nope. 12, Girardi, 42. McDonough is an 11. Nope. So nobody got it. So you run out of players. In this case, there's no second penalty, and the power play ensues. So there you go. So it's going to be Tom Wilson trying to throw punches, but nobody's taking his taking the bait. Tom Wilson, 2 minutes, second period. And this was at the 2:30 mark. 2-minute penalty for Tom Wilson. For shame, throwing punches at our poor Lightning players. All right, well, they'll bring on the... we'll do something like that. And they're going to bring in that. And that. All right. Power play for the Lightning. Face off 0-1-1. Point is a 3, so +2. And a 7. +2 and a 7 is advantage center. So Braden Point's going to get this one. We're on the power play chart. 21 is a 31. Physicality of 12 or higher. So intimidation 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, not even close. So it's not going to be intercepted by the left wing. It's just going to be a pass. Pass it to Kucherov. No time sequence off on that. 36. 33. This doesn't sound good either. No, because that is a penalty. For Kucherov. And that's a time sequence. Right? Yes, penalty, 2 minutes X. Right. So a minute off of Tom Wilson's already. And now comes Nikita Kucherov, 2-minute penalty. Nikita, Nikita, Kucherov, 2 minutes at the 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3, yeah, it's a 3-minute mark. So actually, 3-minute mark. So 2:30, 2:30 goes to 1, 2, 3, 4, and so there. I'll put little circles in there to know that when the power plays are up. Okay. So we got a little 4-on-4 action going on now. Whoa, craziness. And, well, we'll put these guys out. And Kucherov and Wilson, right. Okay, so 4-on-4. We'll just go without the centers, I guess. So face off of 1. So straight up action. That is a 2. We got somebody's going to get kicked out. That is a 4, which means it's a visitor player. So Stevenson's out. Connolly's in. He's a 0. Gord's a 1. So that's going to give Tampa a +1 now. 8, disadvantage, left wings. So they still end up winning the faceoff. So 4-on-4 action. 64. That's going to be a 7. And a 7 is going to be block +2. Can they block it? Block a 1, +2 is 4. 1 to 4, they block it. That's a 1. It's a block shot. Let's go to our block shot chart. I like that block shot chart. Bloop, 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 bloop. Block shot chart. Here we go. And we're rolled at an 11. Puck deflects to opponent's highest shot frequency. So opponent's highest shot frequency is going to be 17, 11, 17, 22. Well, it's going to go to Stamkos. Stamkos isn't in. 17, it's going to go to Killorn. And that is not a... No, it's not a time sequence. That is a 16. 16 is a 28. That's going to be intercepted by the right wing. And that is a time sequence. Okay. That's a time sequence. 33 by Chandler Stevenson. This is not good. That's going to be a 3. And it might be a tip in. Might be a tip in here. It's a shot on goal, possible tip in. So who's going to take the tip in? It's going to be second highest I rating. He's a 5. He's a 6. He's a 4. He's a 4. Excuse me. It's going to be Lyle Zeller trying to tip this bad boy in. He is a high of 6. So let's see what happens. And he rolled a 4. No tip. Original shot. So it tries for the tip. He can't. But Stevenson still gets a shot on goal with a +2. His shot range is at 26. 36. So it's going to be a save. So Stevenson with the shot. I'm going to try to remember now. Washington with his first shot. And Vasilevsky with the save. 26. Is it 24? Oh, and we're going to clear it out of here. It's going to go to the highest shot frequency of our opponent. So clearing it out of there, clear is a 5 and a 4 is a 9. 9 or less. And they do. And that's going to be a defensive zone face-up and a time sequence. So one more play and Wilson's out of the box. And then 2 more plays and Kucherov is out of the box. So we got a time stoppage in the defensive zone. Defensive zone face-off chart. Where are you? Here it is. All right. And probably what we're going to do is we're going to change back to this line. So when Wilson comes out of the box, he'll be right there ready to go. And then we'll do the same thing here. So when Kucherov comes out of the box, we can just fill him right into his spot. How convenient that'll be. So 4-on-4 for one more play. It's a face-off. 3 for Miller. Ooh, +3 for Miller. Wow. And a 9. +3 and a 9 is going to be advantage right defenseman. That's Girardi. Let's see what Tampa Bay 51. That is a 6. Possible block. Possible block. +1. 2 and a 1 is 3. +1 is a 4. 1 to 4, they block it. And they do. It's a 3. So another block shot by Washington. Washington's got 3 blocks. Tampa Bay's got 0. In case I probably forgot about that as well. But let's see who gets this block shot. It's a 6. Puck deflects in the crowd for a defensive zone face-off and an X. So that's going to do it. So there is going to be one play here where they have the man advantage. And it's a defensive zone face-off. So power play. And that is a 5. That's going to be 2 versus 3. It's going to be a +1. And we roll the 5. Disadvantaged right wings. That's Wilson who came out of the box. So they got power play opportunity. 1 shot at it. 25. That's a 4. And that's a shot on goal and a possible tip in. So who's going to take this tip? It's a 3. So highest shot, highest I rating. That's 5 for Knitsev, and Verana is a 6 actually. So it's going to be Verana with the tip. He's only a 6 though, so 6 means he needs a 1. 4, no tip, original shot +2. So Wilson gets his original shot. It's 22 +2 is a 24. And he rolled a 45. So Wilson with another shot. This is going to be saved by Vasilevsky. Vasilevsky rolled a 12. That is a 20. Oh, that's a 25 again. They need to clear it out of there, or it's going to go to the highest shot frequency again. But they're a 8 or less, and it is an 8. So it takes it to 0 or less, so they clear it out of there. So it's a defensive zone face-off and a time sequence, and that means everyone's back to full strength. And we've got a 1, 2, 3. Let's see, not quite to the halfway point of this. All right, so face-off. And they're going to bring out their number 1 and their number. They'll bring out their number 3. Why not? 1 and 3. All right, here we go. Face-off. 3 and 3, so no advantage. That is an 11. That's visitor left defenseman. Kempe and Doge. We haven't talked about them much. 21 is a 31. Physicality of 10 or higher. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. So that will be an intercepted by the left defenseman and a time sequence. And a 52. That's a 27. Intercepted by the center and a time sequence. And a 61. That's a 28. And intercepted by the right wing and a time sequence. Uh-oh, 55. That sounds like something good. That is a shot on goal by Kucherov. He is a 23. 51 is going to be a save by Holtby. 53 on the save is a 6. And he's going to smother it for a defensive zone faceoff, which is great because time for new lines anyways. And we'll go to, you know what? They're going to bring in their 4th line and their 2nd pair. And you know what? Tampa's going to counter with their 4th line and their 3rd pair. All right. Face-offs. Holy cow. Jay Beagle's a 5. That's a +3 for Washington. He rolled a 5. And that is disadvantaged right wing. So somehow, Sorelli wins it over to Conacher. We roll 23 is a 5. And they have a 16, which is nothing. So we roll 23 is a 5. So it stays a 5. Shot on goal A. Is that the? I think that's the assist one, isn't it? Right. So somebody has to have an assist rating higher than the dice roll. So Palat is an assist of 32, and that's higher than the 23. Right? I'm pretty sure that's how you do that. Let's see. This means the player may get a shot on goal if any teammate on the ice at that time has an assist rating equal to or greater than the dice roll. Yes. So Conacher is going to get a shot on goal because Palat has an assist rating of 32. So Conacher is a 26. Come on! No, 64. Save 52 is a 27. And they got to clear it on there or they're going to get a rebound. 27. To Conacher, let me mark him down as a shot on goal. Clear. They're 9. Can they get it out of there? And it's a 9, so they barely get it out of there. So defensive zone face-off again. Time off the clock. All right. Wow, Beagle. A +3 is huge. That is a 4. Disadvantage left defenseman. So both times, even though they had a +3, the Lightning wins the faceoff. That is a 32. That is a 26. That's going to go over to the left wing. Another time sequence off. Almost at the halfway point. 53. Now 53. Stop. 53. I remembered fondly. 53 means there's a matchup that happens. Matchup. So Burkowski's going to have a matchup against somebody. And there's literally 5 pages in this book that are all devoted to matchups. So they only happen on 53. And if you're playing forechecking of 3, then they only happen at 62 and 53. So where are we? We're doing a matchup. All right. So he is the left wing. So we look at the left wing. Left wing. Right there's left wing. All right. So left wing. We roll 2 dice. That is that's an 8. So left wing and an 8. Left wing skates into slot and is challenged by opposing right defenseman. So it's going to be between Corburn and Burkowski. So we're going to look at the left wing's I rating. He's a 5. We're going to look at the right defenseman's I rating. Corburn. Defensive rating is a 5. There's a 5 and a 5. So it's a tie. So now we roll on the chart to find out what happens. That is a 5. Home team player wins if they are disadvantaged or higher. -1 disadvantage. Player if -1 disadvantage. Otherwise, advantage player. So it was a tie. Five. I think because it's the home team one, the home team guy would win, and that would be the defensive player. So the defensive player takes away puck, and it's a time sequence. All right, so takes away puck, and has the time. So it's a matchup between Burakovsky and Corburn. A lot of different results could have happened. And we're at just a minute and a half before 52. We almost got another one. 27, and that's going to go to the center in the time sequence. 1 minute to go before the halfway point. 23 is a 22. Intercepted by the center in a time sequence. 12 is a 25. That is intercepted by the right defenseman in a time sequence. So we're at the halfway mark. 41. Let's see if we can get a play stop. It's 24. Intercepted by the left defenseman. 53. Wait, 53. Oh, we got another matchup. Okay. Well, how about that? This time it's the left defenseman. We're going to look at the left defenseman. Left defenseman. All right, left defenseman. We rolled an 8. Left defenseman battles on the boards with opposing right wing. So this is going to be Smith-Pelly. So the C rating is a 9. Right wing is a 7. So Gonchar is a +2. We roll on the chart to see who wins it, and that is a 7. And that's going to be the advantaged player. So that is going to give us a result of pass to highest shot frequency for a shot and goal. And it's going to give us a shot rating of +1. So the highest shot frequency is a 19. That's Corey Conacher. And he gets a +1 to his shot range. So it is a 26. 46, so it's going to be a save. Conacher with another shot, though. That's his second one. And the save by Holby, 35, is a 5, and it's going to be picked up by the right wing. And then our time sequence. And they're going to dump it in and change lines, and it goes to the right wing. Since they've been out like a long time. And now Tampa's going to do the same thing. Dump it back in. Oh, this is going to go to the left defenseman. And we're going to have a little battle going on here. A little battle for a little puck possession battle going on. As soon as I can find that chart. Here it is. All right, so the left defenseman, who's going in after him? It is 4. It's the left wing. So it's JT Miller. He's a 9, and he is a 10. So defensive player wins it, but there is no time sequence. 66, which is a 1. That's going to be a shot on goal for Orlov. He's a 15 on the shot range. No, 46. Save by Vasilevsky is a 15, which is a 3. It's going to be picked up by the center, Braden Point. 32. 32 is a 30. Icing, defensive zone face-off. And that is going to do it. We're a minute and a half over the halfway point of the second period. It's still 2-0 in favor of the Lightning. There you go. That is APBA, period and a half of hockey. And it's 2-0. Tampa Bay out in front. So, yeah, thanks to everyone for coming by. Dave Garner, RJL, Daniel, Jonathan, everyone else that came by. Appreciate it. And I guess we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.